Civilizations don't collapse, they overconsume themselves. History does not destroy nations. Nations destabilize themselves when success mutates into excess. From Ibn Khaldun to Arnold Toynbee, the pattern has been clear for centuries. Cohesion creates growth, growth creates dominance. Dominance creates complexity. Complexity without discipline creates fracture. In biology, over-optimization creates fragility. A species that dominates too completely destabilizes its ecosystem. A cell that grows without regulation becomes malignant. Evolution does not reward size, it rewards balance. After World War II, the United States entered one of the most powerful expansion phases in human history. Nearly half of global industrial output. Productivity rising with wages, debt shrinking as growth surged. Trust in institutions was high. That was evolutionary fitness under constraint. But abundance changes psychology. Capitalism, the greatest wealth engine humanity has built, lifted billions out of poverty. It rewards innovation, risk, and creation, but capitalism optimizes for growth. Growth of markets, growth of profit. Growth of consumption, and growth without moral restraint amplifies greed. When returns on capital outpace wages, inequality compounds. When debt exceeds sustainable levels, fragility builds. When elites multiply faster than opportunity expands, competition turns inward. Historian Peter Turchin calls it elite overproduction. Too many powerful players, not enough power. Polarization rises. Trust declines. Cohesion fractures. Rome expanded while inequality widened. Spain overreached. Britain stretched beyond capacity. Empires rarely fall at their weakest. They fall at their most confident. The United States remains powerful, technologically dominant, financially central, militarily unmatched, but dominance can conceal fragility. China has risen at historic speed. Massive infrastructure. Hundreds of millions lifted from poverty. Yet demographic decline and debt pressures signal that explosive growth matures into complexity. India may be entering a second civilizational ascent. Young population. Digital momentum. Historic economic depth, but momentum without restraint always repeats cycles. Singapore shows another model. Disciplined capitalism, low corruption, high cohesion. Order maintained. Yet even equilibrium requires maintenance. No system escapes entropy. Stability is not permanent. It is managed. Here lies the deeper pattern. Civilizations do not collapse because markets fail. They collapse when moral restraint fails inside those markets. Capitalism is not the villain. It is an amplifier. Early stage, it amplifies discipline. Late stage, it amplifies extraction. When speculation replaces production, when consumption becomes identity, when greed becomes culture, cohesion dissolves. If nations are organisms, inequality is inflammation. Polarization is autoimmune response. Debt is metabolic overload. Unchecked ego is malignancy, but decline is not destiny. Correction does not require revolution. It requires restraint. The wealth creators are not enemies of the system. They are its stewards. The lowest sustainable denominator is not equality. It is fairness. When opportunity expands faster than resentment, stability returns. When dominance is tempered with humility, growth becomes sustainable. History does not punish prosperity. It punishes excess without conscience. Civilizations do not collapse because they are attacked. They overconsume themselves when ego outruns discipline. And the correction, if it comes, will not begin in ideology. It will begin in conscience.